So now we are going to discuss about list operations and list method. So the first thing is indexing. So let's see how can we do indexing in lists. So here we are having a list of 5 items. So if we want to print uh, the first item of a list, we know that we will write A0 because list indexing starts from 0. So here we are having mango at 0 index and it will print 0 for us, mango for us. So we are having 5 items. So if we'll write A5 and the indexing starts from 0, so we are having 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are having indexing from 0 to 4. So if we will write A5, it will give us an error that is index out of range. So list index out of range because we are going out of range in this index in this list. So if we'll write 4, it will print papaya. So that is correct. So let's see, the second thing is ranges of index. So if we want to print start from 0 and end to papaya, so if we want to print the whole string, we can directly say print a, so it will print of whole string. So if we want to print mango to orange, so let's see how can we do this. We can do this by starting from 0 and we will use a colon in between and we will define the range. So the range will be 0, 1, 2 and 3 and we will write here 4 because 4 will not be included. So we are having a range from 0 to 3. So it will print mango, apple, banana and orange. Yes, we are right. So if you want to print 0 to 5, you can do this. If you want to print whole string, you also can use this. If we are uh, printing the list from mango to apple from apple to papaya, if you want to print apple to papaya, we will write here 1 and we can keep it blank because we are uh, having all the items in our print statement. So you can do this, like you can write 5 and you can keep it blank. So it will print all the elements from 1, that is apple, from apple to papaya, all the elements. So let's see how can we do the negative indexing. The next thing is negative indexing. The third point is negative index. Let's see how can we do negative indexing. So we will write -1 because negative indexing is start from -1. We will see that -1 is papaya. So here we will get the output papaya. If you want to print mango, you will need to write -5 because negative indexing starts from -1. So here it is -1, it is -2, it is -3, it is -4, and it is -5. So it will print -5 for mango. So if you want to print mango to orange, you need to write -5 to -1 and -1 will not be included, so it will print till orange. So here is the example of negative indexing, negative ranges of indexing. So let's try this. If you want to print -5 and keep it blank, so pause the video and think about this. What will be the output? So here we are having the whole list from the menu. So if you want to use negative indexing and print all the elements of a list, you can do this. You can just keep it blank. So let's try some other examples. Like the next thing is append. So what is append? Append function is used to add some element and to the list, to end the list. So if you want to print list with another element, like you want to add kiwi and print the list. So you can write like this: a dot append and the element you want to end and the item you want to end. So we are adding kiwi in the list A and we want to print A now. So here is the list and we are having kiwi at the end of the list. So if you want to add something at the end of a list, you can use append function. Let's try the next function, that is clear function. If you want to clear the whole list, you can just use clear function, a dot clear, and it will give you a blank list. So here we are having a blank list. So this is how the clear function works. The next function is copy function. So copy function is used to create another list. So let's see example. If you want to create a copy of a list, you can do this. You can just assign a list or A to B. So here we are creating another variable B and we are assigning the list A to B. So if you print A and if you print, so if you print B, so let's see, we are having the same list. So here we can create a copy of a list like this. But what if we want to see the address of these two lists? So here we are doing ID. We are getting ID of these two lists. So, oh, that's, we are having the same ID for both the lists. So let's see if we will change B0. If we will see, if we change B0 to mango, B0 from mango to apple. So let's print B and let's print A also. So here we can see that we are changing B as well as we are changing A also. So if what if we want to change only B and we don't want to change B, we don't want to change A, we can use copy function here. Here the copy function comes into the picture. So we will use a dot copy. This is the syntax to write the copy function. So let's print A and let's print B. And then we will change B0 to apple and then we will print A and then we will print B. So here we are having print A, then we are printing A, print B, then we are printing B. So we created a copy for B. So let's see this. B0 we are having apple. So we are changing B0 to apple, but for print A we are having the list same as before. But for print B we are having the change the list. So we have changed the list for B. So this is how the copy function works. Let's see another example, that is count. So let's change the list. Here we are changing the list from this to this. We are having 3 mango in the list. So if you want to count how many mangoes in the list, so we will use count function here. So the count function is, the syntax for count function is a dot count and we will write the string here that we want to count. So we want to count mango in list A and this will return, and we want to print, this will return 3 and we want to print it. So here it is returning 3 and we have printed it. So what if we want to uh, count something that is not in the list? Let's see the output. So here it is saying that zero mango in the list. So if you count something, if you want to count something in a list, like you want to count how many times a item occurs in the list, you can use count function. The next thing is extend function. So the extend function is a dot extend. So here is the syntax for extend function. Extend function is used for extending a list in other list. So if you want to add one list to another list, like we want to add mango, we are giving this mango and kiwi. So we want to add list B into A. So we will write A dot extend B. So it will add list B into A, and we want to print the list. It is returning none. It does not return anything. So the function a dot extend does not return anything. So we are just writing the function a dot extend, and we want to print a now. So here we are having list of 5 items. So what if we want to print b? So it does not change b, so it is changing only b. So if you want to add a list into another list, you can use extend function. So the so you want to change a list, then you can write the list before the dot, and that list that you don't want to change and you want to add in that other list, you can write into the parenthesis. Let's see another function. The next function is index function. So let's see how the index function works. So we will just write a dot, and we will write, and we can see index function here. So here it is this is the syntax for index function. So we need to write object start or stop. So we will just press enter, and we will write start index and end index in this parenthesis. So we want to start from 1, and we want to end from 2. Let's see what will be the output. So here it is saying a is not in, 1 is not in the list. So here you need to write something that is an object of a list. So we are writing banana from 1 to 2. So banana is not in the list.